Have you ever stepped on the scale and thought, wait a minute, how did that number get there? You're eating less than you used to, maybe even walking more, but still, the weight just doesn't want to budge. It's frustrating. And if you're over 60, you might be wondering if your body has simply decided it's done with weight loss for good. But here's the truth, it's not too late. In fact, now is the perfect time. Because losing weight after 60 isn't just about looking good. It's about protecting your joints, keeping your heart strong, staying independent, and feeling confident in your own skin. The problem is, the old tricks don't work the same anymore. What worked in your 30s or 40s? Yeah, not so much now. Your metabolism has slowed, your hormones have shifted, and your muscle mass isn't what it used to be. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means you need a new approach, a smarter one. One that actually fits you now. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Simple, realistic ways to start shedding extra weight after 60 without starving yourself or spending hours in a gym. These are strategies that work with your body, not against it. So let's start with something that might surprise you. Tip number 1, stop focusing so much on cutting calories and start focusing more on what you're eating. Sounds odd, right? For decades, we were told that eating less was the key to losing weight. But after 60, your body doesn't just need fewer calories, it needs better ones. If you're still eating white bread, sugary snacks, or skipping meals to save calories, your body may be clinging to fat because it's in survival mode. The goal isn't to eat less, it's to eat smarter. Think whole, unprocessed foods. A breakfast with protein like eggs or Greek yogurt, a lunch full of colorful veggies and lean meat, and maybe a handful of nuts or berries when you need a snack. These kinds of foods help balance blood sugar and reduce inflammation, which is a big factor in weight gain as we age. And speaking of meals, here's something else that makes a huge difference. Don't skip them. That brings us to the second tip. Create a gentle, steady routine with your meals. Think of your metabolism like a small fire. If you go too long without eating, the fire dims. But if you throw too much on at once, it gets overwhelmed. The key is keeping it steady. When you eat balanced meals at roughly the same times each day, your body learns to trust you. It stops holding on to fat and starts using energy more efficiently. Try starting your day with a light but protein-rich breakfast within an hour of waking up. This helps get your metabolism going for the day and keeps you from feeling starved by late afternoon. Now I know, changing long-held habits isn't easy. Maybe you've been skipping breakfast for years, or maybe dinner's always been your biggest meal. That's okay. Change doesn't have to happen overnight. Even starting with just one small shift, like adding a real breakfast or swapping out your afternoon cookie for a piece of fruit, can start to move the needle. It's not about perfection, it's about momentum. And once that momentum starts, you'd be surprised how much energy you start to feel again. Now that we've talked about eating smarter and building a consistent routine, let's talk about something just as important, but often overlooked. Movement. Not just exercise, but the kind of movement that fits into your daily life and actually feels doable. Because let's face it, when you're over 60, pounding the pavement for an hour or doing high-impact workouts just isn't appealing. And more importantly, it's not always safe or sustainable. That brings us to the third tip. Find movement that works with your body, not against it. You don't have to push yourself to exhaustion to burn fat. In fact, gentle but consistent movement throughout the day can be more effective than an intense workout, followed by hours of sitting. Think about walking around the house every hour, or stretching while watching TV. Even light gardening, dancing in the kitchen, or using resistance bands for 10 minutes in the morning makes a difference. The secret isn't doing more, it's doing something regularly. Because when you move your muscles even a little, your metabolism wakes up, your joints feel looser, your mood lifts, and your body starts letting go of that extra weight more willingly. And here's the good news. You don't need a gym or fancy equipment to start. You just need to start. Take a short walk after meals. Stand up and stretch every hour. Keep small weights or water bottles nearby and do a few arm curls while chatting on the phone. These little moments add up, and they matter more than you think. But what about strength? That brings us to tip number 4, and this one is a game changer. Start building muscle, even just a little. After 60, muscle loss happens faster than we like to admit. It's one reason why your metabolism slows down and weight creeps on even if you're eating less. But here's the thing. Muscle is like your body's fat-burning engine. The more you maintain it, the more calories you burn, even while resting. And no, building muscle doesn't mean lifting heavy weights or turning into a bodybuilder. It can be as simple as using resistance bands, doing chair squats, or practicing wall push-ups a few times a week. You can even strengthen your muscles using just your body weight. The goal is to gently challenge your muscles so they stay active and strong. Not only does this help with weight loss, but it also improves balance, supports your joints, and helps prevent falls, something we all want to avoid. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Imagine how much stronger you'd feel in a few weeks if you started today. And that strength builds more than just muscle. It builds confidence, independence, and freedom. Now, there's another piece of the puzzle that often gets ignored, and it's probably one you haven't thought about in a while. It doesn't involve food or exercise, but it affects both. Let's take a look at that next. Because the next piece of the puzzle isn't about what's on your plate or how often you move. It's about how well you rest. That's right. Tip number 5. Don't underestimate the power of good sleep. It might seem unrelated, but your sleep habits have a major impact on your weight. When you don't get enough quality rest, your body goes into a kind of stress mode. It starts producing more cortisol, a hormone that tells your body to store fat, especially around your belly. And when you're tired, your cravings for sugar and carbs skyrocket. You know those days when you feel exhausted and suddenly all you want is a muffin or a cookie. That's not lack of willpower, that's biology. So if weight loss has been a struggle, ask yourself, how well are you really sleeping? Are you waking up feeling rested or dragging through the morning? For many people over 60, sleep becomes lighter, more disrupted, but there are ways to improve it. Create a simple bedtime routine. Turn off screens an hour before sleep. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Try a calming tea or a warm bath before bed. These small shifts help train your body to wind down and recharge. And here's something else. Listen to your body's signals. If you're feeling sleepy in the evening, go to bed. If you need a short nap during the day, that's okay too. Rest isn't laziness, it's recovery. And when your body feels safe and well rested, it's much more willing to let go of extra weight. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you, your mindset. Tip number 6 is simple but powerful. Be kind to yourself through the process. Because the way you speak to yourself, the thoughts you carry each day, can either support your weight loss or silently sabotage it. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, "It's too late for me," or "I'll never lose this weight"? Those thoughts may seem harmless, but over time they drain your motivation. They chip away at your belief that change is possible. And here's the truth. The body listens to the mind. If you believe you're stuck, you'll stay stuck. But if you believe even just a little that your body still has the ability to change, to heal, to grow stronger, it will start to follow. So celebrate the small wins. Notice how your clothes fit a little better, how your energy lasts a bit longer, how your mood lifts after a short walk. These moments matter, and they build momentum. Remind yourself daily, I'm still capable, my body is still mine, and it's never too late to take care of it. Weight loss after 60 isn't about being skinny. It's about feeling strong, light, and comfortable in your own skin again. It's about having the energy to play with your grandkids, to travel, to garden, to do whatever lights you up inside. So if you've been feeling stuck or discouraged, I want you to know you're not alone, and you're not broken. Your body just needs a little more care, a little more patience, and a lot more kindness. You've got this.